Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Biodiversity and Conservation. Myself Sweta Mishra from Ambika Prasad Research Foundation. Today we are going to discuss about the wild leafy vegetables from Jamtara Forest Division, Jharkhand, India. So, the use of wild plants as food is an integral part of our culture and tradition of many indigenous communities around the world. The nutritional values of traditional leafy vegetables is higher than several known common vegetables. Consumption of traditional diets are said to have many beneficial effects such as prevention of some age-related degenerative diseases. And we all know that. Despite of these advantages, most traditional plants uh, used as in food are generally uncultivated and underutilized. So, to bring attention about these wild leafy vegetables, which are uh, a lack of awareness, we are not using these plants. So, today we will discuss about these leafy vegetables. First of all, let's discuss about importance of wild foods. So wild foods are having food values, we all know that. They are having medicinal values. As we have discussed earlier, they provide many medicinal values and prevent us from many untreatable diseases. Then they are nutraceutical as they having food values and medicinal values. Then they provide economic values. Like these leafy vegetables are usually sold in the local market by the indigenous people. This is one of the major source of income for their livelihood. And again, these wild foods are major diet for women, children, and poor people. It provides strength and also boosts the immunity. And it is one of the source of sustaining the livelihood. So first, now we will discuss about some leafy vegetables. And first, this is the Alternanthera sessile, belongs to the family Amaranthaceae, and in Jamtara Forest Division, this plant is locally called as Gurundi ala. Ala means leafy vegetable or sag. This plant is found along the side of water courses and in marshy areas. It is one of the major leafy vegetable among the indigenous people. This plant having many medicinal values. This plant is used in treating diarrhea and dysentery. Next is the Antidesma bunis or Matha ala, belongs to the family Phyllantheraceae. It is usually found along the edges of the forest. The indigenous people used to sold the dried leaf powder of Antidesma bunis in their local market. The price of this leafy vegetable is between 80 to 100 rupees per kg. This plant is very good for controlling the blood pressure. Now is the Ajadirecta India. We all know about this plant. Ajadirecta India or neem tree belongs to the family Meliaceae. The tender leaves are usually taken by the indigenous people as a leafy vegetable. Flower of this plant is also edible. They make various curry or bhajia using the flowers also. This plant is good for skin infection and controlling the diabetes. It is very good for these diseases. Next is the Baunia purpurea. It is known as Sing Ala in Jamtara Forest Division. and this plant belongs to the family Fabaceae. This is also known as Kuler Sag. It is mostly cultivated in the home garden and both the flowers and leaves are edible. One bundle of leaves of Baunia purpurea is cost about 10 to 20 rupees. This plant is used for treating rheumatism. Boirabia diffusa. It is commonly known as Punarnava and locally it is known as Satha ala, belong to the family Nyctaceaceae. People consume the young leaves of this plant. It is highly medicinal herb used in Ayurveda for various diseases and disorders. This plant is mainly used to treat jaundice. Celosia argentea belongs to the family Amaranthaceae. This is one of the major leafy vegetable among the indigenous people. They called it as Sirguti ala. It is found in the open areas or in the wasteland. Indigenous people used to cultivate this plant in their home garden. The consumption of this leafy vegetable is used in treating diarrhea and dysentery. Centella asiatica. It is an important medicinal plant, belongs to the family Apiaceae. The indigenous people called it as Roteala. This plant having various names, some people called it as Bengsag, but this is famous as the name of Thalpudi. This plant having various medicinal properties, indigenous people used to take it as a leafy vegetable. It is mostly used as a memory enhancer in Ayurveda. Sesampilus periara or Musakani or Akanabindhi or Kido ala belongs to the family Menispermaceae. It is a climber and used as a leafy vegetable. It is having many medicinal values and mostly it is used in treating asthma. Commelina bengalensis. It is a most common leafy vegetable among the tribal people. This plant is known as Kana ala, belongs to the family Commelinaceae. This plant is good for treating pains and inflammation. Tribal people used to collect the leaves during the rainy season and used it as a leafy vegetable. Next is the Anhydria fluctuans. Belongs to the family Asteraceae. Local people know it as Hencha ala in Jamtara Forest Division. This plant is also used as a leafy vegetable found along the uh, water areas and in marshy areas. It is also sold in the local market and per bundle it costs about 10 rupees. This plant is good for treating diarrhea and dysentery. We all know about the peepal tree or the Ficus religiosa belongs to the family Moraceae. The tender leaves of this plant is edible in Jamtara Forest Division and they called it as Hesa ala. The tender leaves are used to collect by the people and used as a leafy vegetable. Consumption of this leaf is used in brain disorders. Ibumia aquatica, this is a climber found in water bodies, belongs to the family Convolvulaceae. It is commonly known as Coloma ala. It is a climber and this leafy vegetable is used in treating high blood pressure. It controls the blood pressure. Minas spinosa or Chetri ala in Jamtara Forest Division belongs to the family Rubiaceae. It is usually found in dry deciduous forests with sal trees. The dried leaves are used as a leafy vegetable. Tribal people used to sell the dried leaf powder in their local market. Per kg, it cost about 80 to 100 rupees. This plant is also having many medicinal properties. Next is the Moringa oleifera. We all know about the drumstick plant. The leaves are used as a leafy vegetable. The leaves have also many medicinal properties. It is used to boost immunity as well as boost our eyesight. This is commonly known as munga ala. Dentella repens or kanta ala. It is a small herb found in marshy areas or near water bodies. The small leaves are used as a leafy vegetable, and the consumption of this plant helps to purify the blood. Polygonum plebeium, known as Muyala, belongs to the family Polygonaceae. It is usually found in paddy fields and in marshy areas. In Jamtara Forest Division, people used to collect the leaves and make it many dishes using the leaves. It is also helpful in treating jaundice. Rotala rotundifolia or Chiuriala belongs to the family Lytheraceae. It is usually found in marshy areas. The mass flowering looks very beautiful in the early summer. The leaves having medicinal values used in treating bleeding piles. Thank you very much for this session. So, there are many wild leafy vegetables which we are not aware about that, and which people are not using, but indigenous people have the idea about these leafy vegetables. In Jamtara Forest Division, we have surveyed and found these some common leafy vegetables that they are using, but these plants need value addition, and cultivation of these plants will lead to reduce the food scarcity of the world. Thank you very much.